What's up, guys? Dirty Mike back with another video from 4th and 26 Philly Sports Podcast. Tonight, we're going to talk about the Jalen Hurts contract extension situation. Now, I'm hearing some people say, you know what, we don't have to technically sign him until next season or, after next season, which is technically true. We do have him under contract for one more year. But I think this would be a huge mistake, and this is the reason why. As we know, the salary cap goes up every year and how much quarterbacks get paid go up every year. Now, the next quarterbacks that are in line for contract extensions starting this postseason are Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, and Joe Burrow. So Deshaun Watson's pretty much set the precedent at this point for, not only guaranteed money, but him and Aaron Rodgers making just a ridiculous amount of money per year, close to $50 million. Now, what the Eagles run risk of happening is if Lamar Jackson signs a new contract and then Joe Burrow signs a new contract in this offseason and Justin Herbert signs a new contract, every time one of those dominoes falls, most likely what's going to end up happening is the amount that they're going to get per year is going to go up and up and up. And then when it's time for Jalen to sign the extension, he's going to want to be paid just like those guys. So they run the risks to where if they don't sign him now, at 40, 45 million a year, possibly even 50 million a year, that they may have to end up paying him upwards of $60 million a year after all the dominoes fall and all those other quarterbacks get their extensions. So, on the course of a 45-year contract, an extra $10 million a year is going to cost the Eagles roughly, $40, $50 million extra, in salary cap room that they could use to re-sign other weapons around them. So, in my opinion, it would be a huge, huge mistake for the Eagles not to get this done as soon as possible. I would like to see Howie Roseman really get a deal, within the next month or two before those other quarterbacks all sign their contract extensions and then reset the market. We also don't want them to make the mistake of what the Cowboys did with Dak Prescott, franchise tagging him a year and then end up having to sign him to a contract extension anyway. So by delaying that a year, they end up had to pay him an extra $10 million plus a year than they would have if they just would have re-signed him and, didn't mess around. So in my opinion, it would be a huge mistake for the Eagles to not sign him as soon as possible. And I look for Howie Roseman to get this done and have him be the first domino to fall, reset the market. And then in a couple of years' time, his contract is going to be looking pretty good after all those other guys, plus the next wave of extensions, at quarterback sign. And then all of a sudden that Jalen Hurts deal is going to be looking really good. Well, that's all I got for tonight, guys. I want to hear what you guys think about that and whether they should re-sign him as soon as possible or maybe wait a little bit. We'll be back with another video shortly. Have a good night, everyone.